26 minutes of terror for a Bay Area mother. During half of that nightmare, she is holding an alleged intruder at gunpoint.
Now we know she wasn't the only one in fear that night.
I was scared to death. Absolutely scared to death.
That is the mother of the alleged intruder, Devin Cooke. Tonight, as Devin sits in the county jail, Sarah is speaking out for the first time to share a message with the victim. In an emotional interview, Cooke talked about her son's battle with schizophrenia.
8 on your side, investigative reporter Masa Saidi has been examining access to mental health care in Florida, and tonight she has one family story, and she is here now to share it with us.
Keith, Stacey, there are so many families fighting this exact same battle tonight. As a nurse, Sarah Cooke has a special understanding of the illness, the system, and its problems.
He was in trouble that night. You knew. You had gone to get help.
I had gone to get help earlier that day.
Sarah Cooke knows when her son is going downhill. She's battled his mental illness for more than a decade.
And this is for the voices that he hears in his head.
Those voices were extra loud on the day Sarah tried to have him committed. But soon, Pasco deputies would surround her home.
If there's like any mental health treatment you want me to take or go do or anything, I'm gonna deny it.
They said Devin had broken into a neighbor's garage.
I will shoot you, I will shoot you.
Mom Loren Richards held him at gunpoint until deputies arrived.
Just like any other mother, you love your children no matter what they do.
Tonight, Sarah has this message for Loren.
I'd really like to reach out to that mother and say thank you for not making me arrange my son's funeral. I really appreciate that as a mom.
8 on Your Side has followed this story for the past month. We've seen all of Devin's old mugshots, but this is the first time we're seeing who Devin was before his run-ins with police and his long battle with mental illness.
How did it exhibit itself?
He just started getting in trouble, and we chalked it up to being a moody teenager.
Looking back now, she believes the schizophrenia was present throughout that time. Sarah says in some ways she lost her son during his senior year.
What's been the toll on you? How have you dealt with this?
It's been daunting. It's been a daunting task.
Sarah outlined the issues she believes are contributing to Florida's mental health care crisis.
The resources that are slim at best, that has been a struggle.
As has the stigma associated with Devin's illness. Still, Sarah's lucky because as a trained nurse, she knows how to navigate the system better than most.
He would get Baker acted and put in one facility and then get out and go to one person's house and get out and get Baker acted again.
Making all this worse, she says Devin, like others who are suffering, would self-medicate.
They are trying to make the voices stop. They're trying to make the things that are not real around them go away.
It's this brutal cycle that led to Devin's latest arrest. So could anything have prevented that potentially deadly encounter in a quiet neighborhood?
So when he's in crisis, you don't have a place to go in that moment.
You don't. The best thing you can do is go and get an ex parte and have them Baker acted on your own.
Sarah believes if there was urgent care for those in the middle of crisis, her son would not be in jail. Power players in this field agree there needs to be more access.
Why is the emergency room not the right place for you if you're having a mental breakdown?
Because the emergency room is a very active environment.
Gail Ryder is the VP of Behavioral Health Services at Baycare. Each year, they care for thousands of locals battling mental illness and addiction.
People with mental illness and substance use have the same problems. All of a sudden, their depression becomes more than they can handle and they can't function.
Just last week, Ryder's organization launched a new initiative that will increase urgent care access and help to transform the current system.
The emergency room is always necessary for certain parts of the illness, but the majority of people do need this other alternative.
And that alternative doesn't exist right now.
It does not. It does not exist.
And Devin's mom just saw him last week. She says he was in tears and he's very embarrassed about everything that has happened. She fears, though, that right now he's not getting the medication that he needs.
Yeah, it really gives us the other side of the story when you see it from that perspective. It's troubling, though.
Yeah.
I mean, all the way around for everyone.
Thanks, Masa.
Thank you.
And if you have a problem you want Masa to investigate, call our 8 on Your Side helpline, 1-800-338-0808.